Is it too much if I
No,
working
that's
on my
fine.
paper?
Yeah, that's great. Hi,
Save it
everyone.
for the question, Joel.
Hello,
A question
hello.
about how, like,
No.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No
I
Pencils
am.
fun.
down.
No fun inside of Blaseball.
Hi, everyone.
Pen-
Someone has clocked the back rooms. Good work, Mel. Immediate, fading in. Terror. Hello, everyone.
I've clipped in.
We've clipped in. Welcome to Inside of Blaseball. We're your hosts,
Woo!
and we're stuck inside of Blaseball. And the only way to get out is to answer your questions. We're doing great. Oh, people are sending paper clips for us. They're cheering. That's so beautiful.
that.
Oh.
Clip that.
Clip, 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 clip. We love to hear it. We love to see it. Is audio okay for everyone before we get started?
I think so. I think we should all sing to confirm.
No.
Yeah.
No
I
one's
know.
singing.
Pull out a
All
fucking
right, fine.
ocarina and like hit a note for all of us. Audio seems great. All right. Hello, everybody. Before we get started, I'm going to give some updates on Siesta, since I feel like a lot of people are very curious. And now that the circuits are over, instead of making you sit through a 2-hour Twitch stream where we goof off waiting to know what is happening, I'm going to talk about it up front, and then we can all process together and goof off together and have a wonderful Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tuesday
I think so.
evening. Great.
We all had to think about
I
it.
had to.
was like-
This is, yeah.
Blaseball warps time, and I don't know how it works anymore, and that's okay. So, now that the circuits are over, everyone, thank you for participating. We had a lot of fun. We learned a lot of lessons. We cheered on a lot of teams. Our next milestone as a team is going to be the full launch of the next era of Blaseball. Exciting. And that launch is also going to include the Blaseball mobile app, which will be launching concurrently with the website and the whole era and all of that stuff. If you are not in the development space, app development is a bit different than website development, which means that we internally are adjusting our workflows and accommodating that different style of development and thinking about how we can implement that in the future as we move forward. So what we are going to be doing is going heads down and retreating into our game developer caves, and we're going to be focusing on finishing and polishing the era, the website, and the mobile app, all while synthesizing all of the feedback and the wonderful thoughts that folks have been providing to us over the course of the circuits, in chat, on Twitter, in our surveys, all over. People have had a lot of good thoughts, and we are really excited to implement those into the future of Blaseball. As we're preparing, the future. As we are preparing for that launch, we're going to be doing a few things here from the game band, most of which I am going to lay out in a Medium article later this week, instead of listing everything to you here on the stream, because I think it's better to have a hard resource that you can look at instead of sifting through a VOD of a Twitch stream to try to find that information. So stay tuned. That'll be posted later this week. But one of the cool things that I did want to highlight that's coming is we are going to be hosting a closed playtest realm in the near future. This is going to be a different experience from what you would think of as the short circuits or as a closed beta. It's going to be very stripped down, it's going to be very clinical, and it's going to be a product testing environment in which we ask people to engage and click on things and break those things and then tell us about the experience of clicking on and or breaking those things. There's not going to be any story, there's not going to be any formal structure, and if that's something that sounds interesting to you, if you like to break stuff, if you like to play around with that stuff, more info is coming on that soon, so stay tuned. Can I still say stay tuned even though the circuits are over? Yes.
Yes.
You can say
it's not
whatever you
illegal.
want.
I can say whatever I want. Oh no.
Yeah.
But with all of that in mind, the goal that we're having for the rest of the siesta is that we are going to see everybody again with that full launch this summer. That's the plan. That's the goal. The hope is to see you sooner than that, but game development can be pretty unpredictable and it does take a lot of time. So while we're super excited to show everybody what we've been working on and what we've been developing, we want to make sure that as our top priority is making a polished product and making a very exciting experience, that our dev team has the capacity and the space to do so in a way that's healthy and mindful of everybody's time and energy, and that what we're delivering to you is as dope as we want it to be. We know waiting is hard. It's hard for us too. We're super excited to show everybody what's coming. But in the meantime, we are really grateful for all of you for playing in the circuits and hanging out with us and giving us your time and attention and energy as we move forward. So, with all of that in mind, I think it's time for an icebreaker. Ooh.
Maria, can I just say, you just saying the word summer just gave me good vibes. Like, it's
good.
so cold, it's so
Yeah.
wintry here that, like, just hearing the word summer, I feel better. I feel good.
You have a bad opinion, Joel.
Okay, sorry.
I don't have a ring light, so I
go
use
back
my
to being a skeleton.
I use my seasonal depression lamp as
No,
lighting
winter
during
all
streams.
year
so
round.
That's warming me.
Good.
Yeah, sound off in the chat your favorite season.
Is
Ooh.
this the icebreaker? Like,
It could
what's
be the
worst?
icebreaker, sure. It's better than my other ideas. Tell me about
Well,
your
I
favorite
don't-
season. I can go first.
Winter, obviously.
Warm.
Okay. I'm not going to go first.
All right.
Why don't we go around the circle and share our names, our roles at the game band, our names, because we have someone new here on the stream, and our favorite season. I'm laying on the cheese real hard. It's because I'm so sleepy. Sorry, everyone, in advance. I'll start.
Yeah, please do. I don't know what the order of the circle is.
I
Yeah,
already
that's
forgot
fair.
Yeah, you gotta call it. You gotta.
I'll do it. I will guide us in this time in these unprecedented times. I will be a light and guide us through them.
They feel very precedented, actually.
They feel, it's pretty precedented at this point. Hi, everybody. My name is Bria. I am the community director for the game band. You have seen me probably as Slugger Croms on the Discord. You can call me either. I'm pretty flexible. And my favorite season is fall. I love the cool breezes. I love layering fun jackets. I like the pretty colors. And I always get to watch over the garden wall with a nice mug of cider and bake lots of good things. And that, to me, is the truth. The path. Mel, you go next. You're next to me on my Zoom call.
First, I would like to commend you for having excellent taste, because Over the Garden Wall is like the best thing ever.
I have an Over the Garden Wall tattoo.
That's extremely good. I'm Mel. My pronouns are he, they. I'm a full stack engineer at the game band. And my ump name is Ump Iron. And my favorite season is fall because of Over the Garden. No. It's the only time the
Stop
weather's
copying
good.
me!
I'm not copying you. No, it's the only time the weather's good. So fall's the best, yeah.
Asked and answered. Gabe.
Hi, I'm Gabe. I'm Trash. My my favorite
Forgot.
season is summer because I was born in August and Leo season is the best. And I'm a king.
I didn't know you were a Leo. That's beautiful.
Obviously.
Of course, I should have known. Elena, take us away.
Well, I'm Elena. I do UX. Yeah, I've been here before. You know who I am. Well, I don't even remember what all the questions were besides the season one.
Season's
honestly.
fine. If you have an ump
winter.
name.
My favorite season is winter, and I am allowed to feel that way. Anyone who's from the East Coast or the North is not allowed to argue with me, because I grew up in Texas, okay? So, winter's the best season. I'm not sorry.
Elena, I'm sensing a lot of defensiveness coming from
Summer
you.
sucks, dude. Summer's the worst season.
Tell me more. Speak on that.
It's hot, and I sweat a lot, and I used to get heat stroke.
Okay.
Texas summer, that's a real
Yeah.
hot one. So
That's a different
just
ball
pass
game.
there. Yeah.
It's humbling, okay?
Yes. Joel, why don't you finish us off?
Okay, I'm Joel, game designer at the game band. I am Ump Chaff, old school Ump. And I was gonna say summer, but now I'm like a little hesitant to. I'm a summer birthday, so I'm a June. My birthday's not technically in the summer, but it was always in the school year summer. So
Are you a Gemini, Joel?
I am a Gemini. Yes.
I'm also a Gemini.
Wow.
I do have a winter birthday for the record. But that did not influence my decision at all.
Unbiased opinions.
Sure.
Well, my birthday's not even technically in winter,
Don't act like you're above
but it
us,
is in
Elena.
December, so which counts.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay.
What's your sign, Elena?
Yeah.
First of all, Sagittarius.
I know what that means.
Don't shake your head at me.
No, I just don't know what that means.
Oh.
I need keeper skates on the call to guide me. They
Hang
know
on,
a
let
lot
me look
about
at my birth chart
astrology.
real quick. I have it written down.
Yeah, I'm a.
You guys use CoStar? I have
No.
I haven't.
Wonderful app.
I'm a Gemini sun, a Cancer moon, and a Leo rising. I know
Sagittarius sun, Leo moon, Aquarius rising.
that much. Cool.
This is the icebreaker.
This is it.
This
yeah. I hope
I don't know what
everyone
it
in
means.
chat
I
enjoys
just know
this.
that I am all of those things.
Yeah, I just know the words. I don't really know what it means.
Yeah.
It makes me cool and funny and like very hot and sexy and like that's all there is to it, you know? That's what astrology does, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, great. All right, we can get into questions about Blaseball now. This one comes to us from Crab from the Discord. Hello, Crab. What's your favorite Parker tweet?
What?
What's your favorite Parker tweet? Oh, damn it! Oh man, I feel like a dingus.
You just got like updogged.
I got ump-dogged so hard there. Wow. Somebody else has to go. I need to take a minute to process.
Y'all read
what
Parker's
just happened.
tweets? That's
I
crazy.
have push notifications for Parker's tweets, so I know that if he tweets anything wrong, I can yell at
To
him.
answer this question, I'm just scrolling as far back as I can go.
Yeah, the
but
very
it's like,
first Parker tweet.
legitimately half of Parker's tweets are what?
Yeah.
And like one of those has to be my favorite Parker
Yeah.
tweet, I think.
We have to talk to Parker about
Whichever
that.
one is the one where he got incinerated.
Oh. I think there's a tweet from Parker that haunts me in a good way. And I forget what the prompt was, but Parker just replied, sicko mode. And I think about sicko mode all the time.
Oh boy. An old school one too was when Parker used to tweet at the MLS commissioner, Don Garber, and like
Yeah.
just ask him to like it was just being very competitive with Don Garber. It was it was a funny running joke.
Oh yeah, everyone's mentioning also when we talked to Among Us when he talked to Among Us on Twitter.
Oh,
That was good.
Yeah, that was...
Maybe
I was so
the
excited.
peak of my career as a person being affiliated with Parker.
I'm adjacent to the social media account that talked to Among Us.
Yeah.
I had to DM the community manager for Among Us, Victoria, be like, hey, could I explain to you why all of the Blaseball people in your mentions are just yelling Fall Guys Among Us, please? And she was like, I just thought it was a funny, like, they were just comparing them. And I'm like, no, I need to explain to you about two little detectives called Liquid Friend and Uncle Plasma. And she listened to the whole story. God bless her. And
You could have. I feel like that story, or you could have just sent a screenshot of the text Fall Guys Among Us.
why would I do that when I
And
could
we
talk
really
about
would have
baseball
explained
for
everything
an
really
hour?
easily.
Rhea, can you tell us the story?
The story of
Of
Fall
the
Guys Among
detectives?
Us. Everybody cozy up by the fire.
It's gonna take 2 minutes, whole minutes to talk about.
You're overestimating my ability to remember details, but sure, I could find the text and read it. But there were these two players that were detectives, and they weren't very good at their jobs, but they kept trying. God bless them. And one day, the girl boss that ran the league decided that they had done enough. They did a great job. She said, good work. Come on up. Get out of there. And she removed them from play. They were turned into Funko Pops and also Punch Sharks. That's a different part of the story, and it doesn't matter. And then that girl boss threw a very big party so she could make a lot of money because she was in debt, and that sucked. Wah, wah. This is literally how I talk about the plot of Blaseball to people.
I've already lost, and I was there.
Great. So the girl boss decided to throw a big tournament, maybe. And during that tournament, there was a big pile of crates who was also a god, but not a girl boss. And that big pile
Not a
of
god,
crates
right?
was like talking in snarky meter about players that were playing in this big game. It was very important. And there were fireworks and there was weather. And the big box of crates would reference weather and stuff from times in the seasons that were being reminisced about during the game, and the season reminiscent of the detectives doing a bad job and taking the fall and being amidst us as the players and participants was being reminisced about, and me having had a cocktail or two in my friend's office at her birthday party during this event on a Zoom call with all of us was like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if the crates man said Fall Guys Among Us? And Alana was like, ship it. And Joel was like, I love peer pressure, and did it. And everybody thought it was very funny. And now we say it a lot. And this is how I tell stories. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for coming. Please don't correct
You
me
did
on any
great.
of this. I'm going to forget it
You did
as soon as
great.
you say it.
Yeah.
That's not true,
Both
Joel.
with that
Don't patronize
recap.
me.
You did great both with that recap and with the initial pitch of us putting out that.
Thank you.
that
That's
piece
my
of art.
legacy.
So, yeah.
Okay. This next question.
Can we
sorry.
just
I'm gonna
clip
BRB.
that so that like if anyone shows up later and is like, "What's the story of Blaseball?" We can
Yeah.
just here you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Just sit
Y'all
me
are clipping
down.
things, right?
What?
Holding us
Yeah.
accountable for our answers. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Everybody is thanking me in chat. You're welcome. I'm so happy to provide support and entertainment for you, the people. Question number 2 comes to us from G Manti. G Manti asks, if you were a Blaseball player, what would your pregame ritual be? Which I think is a great question.
I think mine. I've been doing a lot of puzzles lately, and it's just very calming. Just to sit down and just take pieces and you put them with other pieces, and it's just like there's a right answer. You put it in there, and it's good, and you make progress. Puzzles are wonderful. I think I've played puzzles before a Blaseball game. So
I love that.
thank you.
Do you want the like real answer or the like aspirational answer?
Give us both. Break us off a piece of both, Gabe.
Yeah. The real answer is dissociate. The aspirational the aspirational answer
Mood.
is I don't know, probably like something cool like reading stats.
Ooh,
Something really cool.
stretching. Stretching's cool. No, okay. I think my pregame ritual would be, these days it is baking too much and then pawning off your baked goods on your neighbors. Or just make a bunch of food and bring it to the team, and we could eat a bunch of cupcakes before the game.
Yo, can you be on my team?
Yeah, I just made an orange upside down olive oil cake that was really delightful. Yeah, it was
where
dope.
is it? We're on the
Orange?
team. You don't have it.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture. It's kind of ugly, but it's like the featured cover recipe of Claire Saffitz's Dessert Person cookbook. But it's like an orange olive oil cake, and then you put like really thin slices of oranges on the top and like make that nice syrup, flip it over. It's beautiful. And it was gluten-free. I just dabbed on camera. It's fine.
That sounds very good.
It was delightful. Mel.
I like to play with Rubik's cubes, sort of keep my mind and hands busy.
That's
And
very
also
cool.
want to eat your cupcakes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We
I
got
wasn't
time.
here. I had to go get my food. It got
I'm like
delivered.
looking for my Rubik's cube, but it's not on my desk, and I'm upset now.
Elena, the question is, if you were a Blaseball player, what would your pregame ritual be?
I don't know. Oh God.
not knowing.
Leaving the stadium.
Beautiful. Perfect.
I just don't show up.
Ship it.
Yeah, good.
That's
Solid.
good. Yeah.
Sign sealed, delivered.
I can't eat my
You don't
burger
get
because
cupcakes. If you leave, you don't get cupcakes.
That's true.
I don't know if you were here for that.
no, I take the
but-
cupcake and then I leave before
Oh.
the game.
Oh,
Pre-game.
Pre-game cupcake thief. Love it. Good energy. What one emoji would you pick to add to cheering? This one comes to us from Subtraction Soup, which is a great username, in my humble opinion. I would add the purple devil emoji. I think it would be very funny to convey devious intent via the cheering mechanic on the website.
Very solid.
I would do the pensive cowboy emoji. It's not like a
Mm.
real emoji that's like, you know, on the list of emojis. It's just the pensive emoji with the cowboy hat emoji.
Yeah,
I just think it's really good. Yeah.
it's a vibe.
I mean, I'm the one who picked the emojis, so I'm the one who put them.
Well, now, are you the one? Did you put paperclip in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Kudos.
I kept getting. Everyone was suggesting emojis at one point, and paperclip was suggested, and I thought it was very funny, so I put paperclip in.
I just remember going into test and just being surprised by a paperclip, and just.
I'm surprised no one
instantly
told me
was
to
the
take it
best
out.
Emoji.
No, it's
It's
perfect.
the best one. So yeah, I feel like my answer would just be, like, we discovered the other day that there's a 2 paperclips emoji. I don't know why they
Yeah, they're
decided
two
we needed
paperclips supporting
both.
each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just like the game
So-
band.
Aww. Thanks for coming, everyone. That's
That's a wrap. We did it.
I mean, it's twice as good, right? Like you gotta have double paperclips. That or the double eyes. Like I've been using. That's my most frequent emoji nowadays. So.
Again, should I give a real answer to this or
Follow your heart, Gabe.
a heck post answer?
Follow your heart.
Probably both.
Oh, the real answer is to give the team emojis because that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I cuss?
Yeah.
The
No.
shitpost answer is
Oh, I should have asked that earlier.
I didn't hear the shitpost answer because we all started laughing.
shitpost answer.
Yeah.
Is the poo.
Oh.
Next question.
Bazinga! I need an air horn sound effect noise that I can play every time you speak. Gabe.
It's cussing canon.
What, Mel?
It's cussing canon.
I
Only here.
refuse
The
to answer
cussing
that
cannon?
question. We're not on the Discord, so the auto mod Swoomba can't catch me here.
We could give out a cussing cannon. You just hurl insult at your opponent from the
No.
mound. That would work.
All right, we're not.
So the next
It's not that
question.
anti-idea right here.
This
like
is
a
a
Mundia.
Mundia. And Garfield hates those. So this question comes to us from Keeper Chaos. Thank you, Chaos. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be well rested and fulfilled in my path.
I hope
real.
you get that. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Verified on Twitter.
When I was 4, we had to write a little thing about us, and like one of the things was like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I remember I had like that day. It's like one of the very vivid memories I have from my childhood, and I was adamant that I wanted to be a dinosaur. And they said that wasn't a real job, and I got furious. I was like so upset. I threw a huge tantrum, and then my backup answer was cowboy. So I'm gonna still go with cowboy.
I think that's good. I really wanted to be I felt so confident in myself as like a 6-year-old being like, I would like to be a naturalist like Jane Goodall. Which says a lot about me that surprises no one. Chat says you should live your dreams and be a dinosaur cowboy, Gabe.
I thought it's 2 together is
It's too much.
not for me.
Got it. Got it.
I wanted to be a mailman growing up, and like genuinely, time to time, I'm like, maybe, like I could. I still think it's like a real possibility.
You ever think about giving it all up and just like going out into an idyllic town by the lake and like getting really into pottery, just delivering like mail to people?
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I mean,
I gotta be honest. I didn't want to grow up as a kid, so I didn't have a job that I wanted to do because I realized really early that being an adult seemed like it sucked.
Oh, it's no good. Yeah.
Good thing you were wrong, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I meant like the taxes part, you know,
Oh.
and the fact, you know, that you gotta like,
Yeah. The bad
like-
part is that's no matter what your job is, you gotta do the taxes.
you know, you're just like,
Unless you're a tax evader for a living, I couldn't
I don't
structure
think it's a
that
living.
joke.
All right, next question.
Wait, Mel, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a Twitch streamer. By the way, I'm a Twitch streamer.
Mel is a Twitch
kind of.
streamer.
wow.
So, yeah.
Really gotta plug your channel now. Wow.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
plug my channel now. Yeah.
Self
like
promo
and
corner.
subscribe, Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
just chatted. If you want to follow.
Hell
Also,
yeah.
shout out to my people who showed up.
Hello, Mel's followers.
Appreciate all
Thank
you.
you for being here and enjoying whatever this is that we're doing. Excellent. I really need to stop reading the usernames of people from the Blaseball Discord because I'm very bad at pronouncing things, even though I can read the letters together and it makes a sound in my head. So this one comes to us from a custodian who I'm going to try to pronounce the username of, and I think it's Linasai? Say? Not sure. Hello. And they would like to know, what was your favorite feature of the most recent circuit or throughout the circuit experience? What was your favorite feature?
Mine was oh boy. When we found out there were 2 title belts, I had to like lay down on the floor to just embrace the cosmic ramifications of what that meant.
That was especially after having all of the 2 of them like doubling up. For that to happen to the title belt as well was just perfect.
Yeah.
I also do want to highlight, I think Steven tweeted this, but when we were talking about teams playing each other before the title belts began and we were dealing with the duality, Joel's audio on the call was echoing and it did sound like there were 2 Joels and it was incredible.
It's also the moment we found out
was
that
the
Joel was a
best.
Gemini.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I genuinely, like, I had no problems with my microphone or headphones up until, like, until that call when we were responding to that problem. Like,
I
it
also
just
want to
started
point out that
happening.
it stopped when the title belts merged again.
That's right.
Yeah.
right.
Wake
It
up,
just took that
America.
long to bother to fix it, so that
It
one's...
never happened again after the title belts merged.
The X-Files theme starts playing. I've never seen Joel and the title belt in the same room at the same time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
The chaos that happened in the mid-season fiesta it's hard not to call that out. Like, it was very chaotic. It certainly was a little chaotic in the the game band Slack channels for a while. But it was fun. If I want to call out though, I remember a bug from like one of the, I think it was our first short circuit.
You remember that far back? Wow.
Yeah, it was like
Joel, that was like
100
a
years
year ago.
It was like 8
It was-
years ago.
Yeah, it was a year ago. No, I like we went through all this. We were setting up betting, and you guys wanted the potential for people to win infinity
Right. Yeah.
votes, and I was like, no.
Yeah, Joel was
we
the one who
can't."
got rid
Joel's
of
a
that.
coward. Yeah.
I chickened out. I was like, we can't even give them the chance to win infinity.
It wasn't
votes.
infinity. It was just almost infinity.
Like,
It was like pretty
was it like
close.
integer
Said
max value?
infinity on the
Yeah, it
front
was
end,
integer
so it
max
didn't-
value. It was infinity, but that wasn't
Listen.
intentional. The integer max value was intentional.
Integer max value isn't any closer to infinity than 5 is.
It's closer than.
No, it's
Well,
not.
I refuse to process that
breaking
sentence.
it.
So, anyway, after all of that, like, we went back and forth, and I finally convinced them to take out infinity, and, like, everyone was mad at me about it, and I was a coward, and I admit it.
Well, because the bit was that if you had integer max value, if it hit that number, it looked like infinity. Because it made the infinity symbol instead on the front end.
But then what happens in the election if everyone
I know.
has
Well, what happens
integer
is it
max value
crashes.
votes?
What happens?
Democracy.
Anyway, the actual bug that ended up happening was
Turn.
when people won their season champion payout, it appended, it like did a string append, so like people, instead of getting like 1,000 more and having like, if they had 100 votes and getting 1,000, instead of having 1,100 as you'd expect, it was like a million. It would have been
100.
God, I can't
It
even
was
make
big
sense
number.
of it. Like,
Is big number.
Yeah.
it was just a funny number bug. Number bugs just get me, and like, especially after all that conversation, I was like, of course we still end up with people with like 1 million votes after all of that.
Features.
Features.
It was a
My-
feature. Yeah. Huh. Big number.
Big number, Joel says wistfully.
My favorite feature was when there were 3 garages, because I'm a huge Garages fan. A good band, good team. I think that there should be even more garages, in my opinion.
We can't
My
do
favorite feature was how the firefighters didn't win anything. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Definitely intentional and good that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
That's right.
Elena, blink twice if you're in trouble.
The joke is that feature is code for bug.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for explaining that to me.
And the firefighter should have won at least once.
It's true. Mine was the mid-season fiesta. It felt like the Grand Unslam to me, and I was like, this is beautiful. This is horrible. And that's Blaseball to me. All right. This question ties in nicely, and it comes to us from Thursday. What would have happened if we let the mid-season fiesta run and teams played themselves? What would have happened?
Well, this question's coming from the future. How'd that work? It's only Tuesday.
Ha 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 ha! Bazinga! Need an air horn for you too.
Why should I say that?
Everybody's being funny tonight.
Everyone's a real comedian here.
Give us a type 5, Mel. Sorry, I'm bullying you on stream. Please continue.
I think I speak for everyone when I say, like, everyone wanted the garages to play themselves, and if there had been any world in which that would have not broken things further, we would have done it. More specifically, so I think Emily told us after the fact that they would have played each other, and it would have been exactly as you would expect. The same pitcher, they're going through the same lineups. It just, the whole sim would have broken at the conclusion of the game and spiraled.
I think what would happen is that if the second there are 2 of the same player on the field, the sim would be that I can't take this. I can't.
Like, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't know the exact words, but the consensus was, if we let this happen, the entire short circuit will end it at this game because it would be non-functional.
Be too borked.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
we would
just
have to
crash.
fix too much stuff. We would just spend the whole next week fixing it.
Yeah.
And it would no games would play. So
And I think that's, like, unfortunately the real answer is that it would have been boring because it would have just broken and not
yeah.
worked. And that is, like, basically the understanding that we had when we said, okay, let's not do it then, because Boy,
Yeah,
was
there's
that a fun few moments of beautiful infinite possibility before reality came crashing down.
Same as it ever was.
I want to call out the like mid-season fiesta, the day where there was, 2 games. There's 4 games. The 4 teams were playing 2 games each. Like that was something we had talked about being possible before in the
Yeah, I
expansion
remember.
era. And I just kept being like, well, I'm not totally sure if it would work, and we don't really have the time to test it. Like, I think we were talking about the possibility of a team making both the over bracket and under bracket, and how
Yeah, we
that
did.
would work.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I think it might actually work, but I'm too scared to try it. And so
I
it was
think
very funny.
the problem wasn't. I think the problem was the teams were playing themselves.
Yeah.
That was like the
Yeah.
biggest issue. I think it was less likely to crash if they would have been playing other teams, but because they're playing themselves, it's like it just broke.
Yeah.
Broken.
We did talk about teams playing against each other way back in the expansion era when we were talking about what happens if a team gets like eaten by a black hole or incinerated. This isn't something that we move forward with, but it was like, oh well, maybe if the other team's not there, they just scrimmage against each other,
Yeah.
and play that
right.
way to just fill the space. But we didn't really run with that one. We did talk about it.
The Sims changed a lot since then too.
Yeah,
That's
a lot
true.
of stuff's changed.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if it could have happened in the Sim, doesn't mean that. And then it doesn't mean it could happen on the Sim now.
Yeah.
Or if it couldn't happen then, maybe it can happen now. No.
Sim is constantly evolving. It's
Yeah.
learning,
Let's just boot it up and find
getting
out.
bigger.
Yeah, just put it on, see what happens.
I know I've seen what happens. It makes my computer whir really loudly.
Oh, that's not very exciting.
The
Related.
Sim is.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's good.
No, we don't want to speak on that further.
It's fine.
This one comes to us from Ren Smile, also from the Discord. Hello. Which features, not features, but features, were you most excited to roll out this circuit?
We don't ship the bugs on purpose, you guys.
No, speak for yourself.
Unless. Cheering
Features.
for me, for sure. I have been so excited watching that system be like designed and iterated, and the idea of like people being able to know that there are other people on the website at the same time watching the game and feeling that sense of connection is like my favorite thing about Blaseball. So seeing it happen in a very like practical way and have people enjoy it was very exciting for me.
Cheering is great. I'm gonna call out the elections. Like they changed a lot, and it just we have a lot more that we can do with elections now, and it will enable us to get weird with it if we want. And anything that enables me to get weird with Blaseball is something I'm a big fan of. So. Yeah, we like already were able to just play with the structure. There wasn't a ton of new content for elections, but we were able to like change when elections can happen and run one every hour for 4 hours and stuff like that. And that's just like, I'm just gonna geek out from an enablement perspective. We can do so much more.
I don't really remember any of the. I forget everything.
Me too.
Like, what else was there? Right?
I mean,
like,
the last big thing that I worked on with like that was like a big single feature was cheering. So that's I guess my answer. Like, I think, and maybe I didn't, and there's something else I'm forgetting in between.
Y'all did so much work for this circuit. Like I know there was a bit of chaos, but like the engineering team thinking about all of the code that must have been typed from furious fingers in order to make the circuit happen and everything that was in that circuit happen. I also would be head empty at this point. Put it all out, left it all out on the field.
Merging the title belts. because I wanted it to do something, and then it did the thing I wanted it to do, and that felt really cool.
Cheers to that.
The two title belts thing was like, that was a little chaotic, but like just the title belt matches, like I thought were just super fun to have, like, you know, some like one game to watch all together with some like different stakes than just the regular season. I thought was very fun.
It was the same. It was the same stakes. It was from Dallas. Same stakes.
Right.
But bazinga. But sad. Good night, Joel.
I think every joke is slowly broken, Joel.
Yeah, it's just wearing us down. The chat is just people typing Gabe, all lowercase. Well, while Joel recovers emotionally from that experience, this is a question for those of you that know how code works. Oh, the poncho came out.
You made him bust out the poncho, Gabe.
Come on, Gabe.
Yeah, it'll save him from one roast. Yeah.
I got cold.
It's like +2 defense poncho right there.
Yeah, +2 defense, -1 charisma.
Plus 1,000 charisma.
No,
Yeah.
it's very good. No, you're right.
Everybody loves a man in a poncho.
I think that's the name of the Inside a Blaseball episode. Everybody loves a man in a poncho. This one comes to us from Jeff. And I'm not going to be able to answer it. This is for the tech folks. When something breaks and you're not sure what caused it, what's your thought process on going to find and deal with it, especially when games are live?
Well, I'm sure Mel can attest to this. When I am bug fixing, I just put console logs everywhere, and they all say something random, and then I forget to delete them, so I almost get them. They end up in my merges and stuff, and then I'm like, I have to like just every time I put a PR up, I feel like I get a comment like, you forgot a console log.
If it's live and surprise feature comes at us, you know, you gotta hop in a call and get with the everyone who, like, you know, writers and all that, because it's like, yeah, where do you want this to go from here, right? And then make the magic happen based on, you know, where the sim, what journey the sim is taking us now. But if it's something little, it's just like throw something together and like hot fix that. But yeah, console log, shotguns for sure.
Yeah.
My method is step one, panic. Freak out, absolutely, and then I just think and find the line of code that's broken in my head.
Yeah.
You go to your mind palace and you find
it. Just go to my mind palace and roll it back and just find it, and then fix it. That's, you know, I'm different than my
methods. Not like other girls.
Poncho Man built different, yeah, for sure.
Like, not joking though, sometimes you can just tell what line of code it is that caused it. You're like, oh, I know what that is.
Y'all.
I think it's sometimes stuff isn't broken, but we find out how it works from Blaseball.com, and that's fun too. Where it's like, oh no, it's exactly how it was set up. It is working correctly. It's just not what we expected, and that's also, you know, really fun, because then we're like, all right, sweet.
It's working as intended, just not how we intended. It's how the sim intended it to go.
Yeah. So, you know, a little bit creative game design and a little bit divine inspiration, and that's the Blaseball.
We are our warlocks channeling the ancient dark power of our patron, the sim, in development.
That's right.
That's right.
And I feel like it's more like... Go ahead. I was going to say we're just being held hostage.
Yeah, Possum is also answering some of these questions in the Blaseball Discord. If for whatever reason you're not in the Blaseball Discord.
Oh, yeah, Possum will usually hang out and chat and do live responses. Possum does not want to be on stream and like fair shake, but Possum will be in chat.
It's hard for a Possum to.
That's true.
And Sometimes
Possums
I
Hard
don't
out
know
have
how
there
to
for a
computers
possum.
work.
in the Twitch chat so I don't interrupt. So if you see Melanite, that's me.
That's true. I can confirm that. Am I helping? This one comes to us from
I wasn't
Skates.
sure who I was, so I thank you for that confirmation.
Always happy to ground us. Skates asks, if you were given a magic button that, when pushed, would create a crossover between Blaseball and any piece of media of your choice, what would you choose, and what would the result look like? It's a big question.
I didn't think about this ahead of time.
I can answer. It's pretty simple though. I just want like a Night Vale episode of Blaseball. I think they work really well together. It's pretty natural, you know. So just I mean it's basically it's so similar. I want a Night Vale Blaseball. That's it.
Someone get Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Craner on the phone.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, Gabe, can you give him a call?
Yeah.
use the special podcast phone.
I have a really dumb answer, but the first thing I thought of and wrote down for some reason was "Hey Arnold," and
Oh, hey, dude.
like,
Yeah. No, I'm doing the live stream
sorry,
right now.
I'll pause. I'll wait for Gabe.
Don't let the bit happen.
Oh, for real? Okay. Never mind. I'll talk to you later.
We did.
No.
You know.
It was worth a shot.
Thanks for trying, Gabe.
Yeah, we really
Really
appreciate you
big
getting
of
out
you.
there. We'll try with Mabim Bam and see if they'll do a crossover with us.
No, we're gonna try with the Hey Arnold guy.
Yeah, no,
I
we
can
should
hear-
do Hey Arnold. Just a
Can
McElroy
you-
did not like Blaseball. very
That whole
much.
bit of where Gabe was doing his thing, like I was hearing the Hey Arnold theme song in my head.
Mm.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. But there's a baseball episode of that, and I just figure if you throw a little bit of cosmic horror in
Okay,
there,
well,
like,
if we're going based on baseball episodes and or baseball content,
Twilight.
then the answer
it's-
has to be
No.
Twilight, right?
It's
No.
gotta be.
I thought we already did that. Like
We
That's
did.
true,
We
we
did.
did do that.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, go ahead, Joel.
I just don't. You go ahead.
I have an
I don't know how to
unrelated.
slip through the cracks.
I have an unrelated and brief anecdote, and it's the other night. My roommate and I were watching old AMVs from our childhood, and we found a Hey Arnold AMV about Helga to Welcome to My Life by Simple Plan, and it was actually like pretty good. We like watched it. We watched it at least twice, and I was like, man, this hits. This is
Cat.
yeah.
Cat.
Brisket. Oh, Chad is very excited about brisket.
Brisket likes art, apparently.
Yeah.
How
that's,
refined.
Behind Brisket is an animation cell from Samurai Pizza Cats. So that would be my choice.
That's great.
No, there's 2 briskets.
Oh my god. Two of
2
them.
of them.
Conferencing.
We have to
we do.
unite them in the final title belt game. Chad is just yelling 2 of them. And I love that for us. I don't feel like I have a good answer to this. I would love, I don't know if this is a crossover, but the animation studio Leica, who does like Coraline and I think they did Paranorman, but those like claymation kind of horror movies I think would do real fun. My actual first response is horrible, and I was like, it would be funny if there was a Glee Blaseball crossover, but only because I watched an episode of Glee the other night, and I was like, I hate this so much still. It would be very funny.
Yeah.
Great answer.
No, it wasn't. But thank you.
I would lean more, if we're going that direction, I would lean more towards the High School Musical baseball.
Yeah, I
First of
think
all-
that's...
Um,
First of all, those are not at all in the same
I
realm.
was
They're-
High School
very
Musical's
upset.
good.
Yeah, that's very
You
true.
said Joel was very
Okay,
upset.
I've never watched
And-
Glee. I'll just admit it right now.
Don't. One,
I've just
don't.
put them in the same box. Okay.
2, High School Musical does have a very good baseball scene.
Yeah.
Well, High School
But
Musical
I wasn't
too.
gonna bring up High School Musical because I don't want to see any of those people die. So I feel like them having
That's
a
true.
crossover with Blaseball
Fair
is
enough.
a
Yeah.
slippery slope.
Hmm.
A lot to think about.
A lot to consider.
Much to think on.
Yeah. Ask
Thanks
us
for
again
raising
next Inside of Blaseball. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
And
circle
we'll
back.
answer exact same answers because we'll all forget
Well,
what we answered this
yeah.
time.
We'll each come back with our own spec script for
Yeah.
like our episode, our crossover episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
FLCL, a Fooly Cooley Blaseball crossover would be dope. It's a lot of baseball behaviors.
I don't think anyone else.
That's fine. That's fine. That one's for all y'all in the chat. And by y'all, I mean probably like 4 people who hear me and see me and understand. Next question. Oh, goodbye, Mel. Goodbye.
Whoa.
Ooh, spooky. This one comes to us from RC Orchid. Did Blaseball always have as many advanced stats like ruthlessness and thwackability, or was it more simple or more complicated? And do you have any fun stories about how a stat came to be?
I wish there was a better answer than those stats were written in the first week of my Blaseball prototypes, and they have really not changed. I think we added cinnamon later. Other than that, I think they were just like
With
thrown
coldness?
in the first week and not considered again. Coldness? I think coldness was, yeah.
Okay.
I think like some of the vibe stats were in there and then but just not being used for some metal.
Some of the vibe stats. Say hello.
Sorry, don't keep going. I do not mean to interrupt. I just had to
Very
click back
good.
in for a second.
Yeah, I mean, we've changed what some of the stats do over time, but I think other than like cinnamon and maybe like 1 or 2 other stats, like they all existed in the earliest prototypes and haven't changed a whole lot. So,
Till now.
Till now. In a world. All right. This is another question from Crab, because Crab asks great questions. Crab, I'm calling you out on stream. You asked some great questions. I couldn't pick all of them because then it would just be the Crab show. But keep on keeping on. This question: have any news outlets writing about Blaseball ever asked to interview Parker? And the answer is yes. I just wanted to highlight this because I think it's very funny. Fanbyte has an article where Parker is quoted and like talks about Blaseball as an experience. That's the one that I know about.
They all asked to interview Parker, and we just don't let him do any interviews.
Yeah, not after that one.
It's just generally unsafe. It would not go well. I feel like we're all on the same page about that.
Yeah.
It's also really hard to explain because we sound like a different person than the one they talked to a year ago, and they're like, "Who's this?" And
Why do you have different numbers after your name? I thought you died in a fire in a courthouse and also a fast food restaurant in a Discord. Why are you here answering questions?
And we don't want Parker to get those questions. Like, that's just going to be
it's-
upsetting.
Yeah.
a lot of psychic damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was hired. To take psychic damage for Parker.
That's right.
You're the person standing over him taking all the arrows.
Yes. Me protecting Parker, and the arrows are questions about Blaseball.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's for his own good, really.
Yeah, it's for all of our own good. He's not allowed in the Discord, he's not allowed on the Twitch, and he's not allowed in interviews. Twitter is Parker's zone. And whatever Blaseball team that one Parker roams to. So this question comes to us from Corey. Corey asks, has the way that people's schedules have changed over the past 2 years with the pandemic and the fact that more people have been at in-person work, or that fan schedules are a bit different than the discipline era, changed your approach to the pace and interaction with Blaseball?
It's a good one.
It's a good question.
Very serious one.
Yes. Sorry to tone shift so quickly, but I thought it was a good question.
Yeah. I don't know if we've directly had the conversation about like, well, people are, back at work or whatever. I mean, like things aren't back to normal for starters. Like,
Jill's wearing a
but
poncho.
Stop.
This isn't normal at all. This is weird.
I think it's normal.
Stop ragging on the poncho. They're
No,
fashion.
Poncho's
I
good.
love the poncho.
Yeah, I think there's this kind of sense, even after the discipline era, and then again during and after the expansion era, and still to this day, we've just got the sense that like baseball can't be what it was during the discipline era, where we can't be, we don't want to ask you for all of your time anymore as a fan. You shouldn't need to spend all of your time 24/7 playing baseball, and so it's a hard problem to tackle, but we've been trying to tackle it from every angle and thinking about that, thinking about any feature or system that we're adding from that perspective. So it's never a quick solve, but it's everything we're putting in, we think about that.
Yeah, and I mean, we haven't settled on what we want to do, but like the schedule was a big step towards that. Betting redesign was a big step towards that. Decoupling elections from specific moments in the sim was a big step towards that. And we've also been thinking about lots of ways to basically make it easier to follow what's happening and what's important without having to be watching the website or watching Discord 24/7. Because yeah, I think it's true, right? Like there's less sort of like energy that has to be directed at something, and people have all these other responsibilities, but we still want baseball to be the sort of wonderful experience. And so if we can continue to push it in a way that makes it easier to experience those wonderful moments, to know what's happening, to figure out what's going on, and to feel like you are participating and engaging without having to sort of pay the really high cost of your attention. I think that's awesome. Like, I think that'd be great for us. I think it would be great for you, hopefully. And, you can still watch every game if you want to, right? Like, they're still going to run in real time, but being able to check in and sort of figure out what's important, what's going on more easily, I think would be wonderful.
Excellent. My voice cracked saying that, but yeah, on the Discord, we've definitely noticed shifts with how the world changes. Not in a way that I think affects game design, but it's something that I'm thinking about a lot, is how we can make the information that allows you to have the Blaseball experience accessible, so that even if someone wants to just watch like one game a day on their lunch break, they're still able to have like just as valuable of a Blaseball experience, or be able to participate in that same way. So it's definitely stuff that we think about a lot outside of the context of the world and its relative state of being on fire. It's something that I think is part of our design ethos, is thinking about what and how we can ask for the time of the people that participate and play Blaseball. And now for something different. This one comes to us from In Rainbow. Where did the inspiration for all the sun affects come from? Did you create them all on the same day, or did you create them throughout the siesta or season? Are there any suns that you wish we'd picked?
We didn't make those.
Speak on that.
I mean, those suns just exist, and the fans got to choose the one they wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think all of those suns that already existed were created on the same day, or do you think they came into being at different cosmological points in
So-
time.
This actually has a real answer, and the answer is
I think you do this bit every time.
And
Yeah,
it
it's a
gets
good
me
bit,
every
though.
time.
It's a good bit. It's a solid bit.
I hate it here.
They were not created at the same time, I think. But who? I don't know. Time's weird.
I did this of the sun. There were more suns that appeared to us. That
Right.
and I've got the list of suns that appeared to us.
I remember. I
now.
think I was there once when we witnessed new suns, and there were some really bad ones in there.
Yeah.
I just want to.
Some real stinkers.
There was a lot of really bad ones. I'm looking at the list, and I didn't remember this, but we have a sun named Cringe Sun and a
Oh,
sun
yeah!
named Pog Sun.
Tell me about
Pog.
Pog and Cringe Son.
Yeah. I
I
don't
think-
remember what
I
they
think-
do.
I think Parker's the real Cringe Son, am I right?
Oh, great! All right, thanks for coming, everyone. That's Inside Baseball.
Oh boy.
Are there descriptions written for those, Joel, though? I do need to know.
Yeah, I'll give you Pog Sun.
Okay.
Pog Sun was being affected by a global random weather effect earns you an extra win. So, get a player incinerated? Oopsies.
Pog.
Hey,
Pog.
at least you get, here's a win for you, Pog.
400 snowflakes fall. That's 400 pogs, homie.
Yeah, I think that was one of the reasons we crossed this off the list. Is hard, maybe hard
What's
to determine what.
What's cringe, son, Joel?
A cringe was beating the home team in a fully hyped ballpark. Just a system I forgot already.
Yeah, the hype
Yes,
system. I think that's why we scrapped that one.
Beating the home team in a fully hyped ballpark earns the away team an extra win and resets the home team's hype bar. I will say, didn't hate this one, and I pushed for this sun, but it's just we were just like, let's just back away from the hype system.
Yeah.
Let's take a step back.
Also, poor branding, I think, doomed cringe, son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That happens to a lot of ideas in this game.
Yeah, we have a lot of cringe ideas. Next question.
Poor branding in Blaseball? In this economy? I don't believe it. This one comes to us from Arovo314. Which of the Parkers has been your favorite? And if none of them, will you keep generating more Parkers until morale improves?
Great question. My favorite Parker is Parker 2. And I don't understand the other half of this question.
They are all the same to me, so.
I have a friend
Wow.
named Parker. Does that count?
Did you say you're not a fan of Parker?
I have a friend whose name is Parker.
Oh, okay.
A separate friend from
Yeah.
Okay.
If you,
the
with the
Blaze.
wording of the question, that's a 100% valid answer. There's
Yeah.
no
Right.
specification
Yeah.
of Parkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Parker. the
Oh
Andrew,
my
the Andrew
God.
Garfield Peter Parker, to be clear.
Well, yeah, of course.
I need you all to be vulnerable with me in this space for a moment.
Okay.
My first instinct in responding to that question was to go like, Parker 420. But my
Shit, it clipped that. Let's
I
go.
know.
All right.
I know.
You got it in one, Bria. That
but
was
my
We've got a lot more Parkers to go before we get there. So.
Parker
you- put
that in your
69.
Did you ask us to be vulnerable in this space so you could kill us with that really easily?
Yeah. I don't have the same timing as Gabe, so I need to invite everybody into a space with me to be vulnerable
Yeah,
and then make bad jokes so that they feel bad for me and then give me attention.
Bria, I liked your Parker 420 joke a lot.
Thank you. I workshopped it with my
I was going
roommate.
to say Parker 4 is my favorite, but now you ruined it because now I'm just going to think of Parker 420. So
Sorry.
I guess the answer is when we
Is-
get. It's the second half of the question. when we get to 420.
Yeah.
Is
when we're all-
Parker 420 the one who blazed it?
Got blazed.
Got blazed.
Next question.
Okay. This one comes to us from Def Hobbit. If you put all the Parkers in a wrestling ring and made them fight, which one would win?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh God.
How big is this ring?
I think it's the ring from the first Spider-Man movie.
From the ring?
No,
No,
that's a
from
very
the
small
Spider-Man
ring.
movie. From the Spider-Man movie, not from the ring. That's really small.
Read a
I've
book,
never-
Gabe.
Like Halo. Like
In the
Halo.
Spider- It's the
Yeah,
size
it's
of
the
Halo?
Halo ring. It's the
Okay,
Halo.
The whole
sick.
Halo
Alright,
ring.
sick. Okay, that changes my answer. I'm glad I asked.
Yeah, it's Halo ring, but the Covenant and the other one, the Flood, are all there also.
The answer to the earlier question about if you push the magic button, I was gonna say Halo. So now I'm glad I didn't, but I just want to call back to like if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Master Chief wins then.
Yeah. Mortal
Answer's
Kombat
Master Chief.
crossover for sure.
Yeah, solid.
We already asked the crossover question. That was
That's
a while
true.
ago.
Wow. Keeping us on topic.
Next question.
I think the Parker, is this Parker 4? Parker 1, I think would win in a wrestling match because Parker could just leave the ring and then everybody would get incinerated.
Parker one's like what, like 5'6"?
Please don't canonize appearances of Parker.
The disdain with which you said 5'6".
5'6". Maybe Parker's a short king. There's nothing wrong with
Hey,
that.
What's wrong with being shorter than 5'6"?
Nothing. Some of my favorite people is short.
That's fair.
Go ahead.
One of the Parkers though is the canonically like most ruthless of all of them.
Yeah.
I feel like that
Isn't
one
that
would win.
4?
Yeah.
3?
I think it was 4.
I don't remember.
Parker 3 was our
honestly.
first Twitter Parker.
Yeah, Parker. But
Yes.
how is?
And then he died in the court case.
But then who was the nice one?
Parker
That was
4
Parker.
was the one that played in the coffee cup.
That's
Yeah,
the sad nice one.
That was
Oh.
a very nice Parker.
Parker 5 is?
Parker
No,
4 was
Parker
everyone's best
Parker
Parker.
1 is ruthless.
Parker 5 is your coworker.
Yes. Numbers are hard. We've covered
I'm so
this.
confused. I don't remember which one's which.
Next
I
question.
looked over at Mel and realized how gibberish this sounds.
Do you know? I don't know if we. We'll
Mel's like,
explain it
I
later.
don't-
We'll
I
explain
don't
it
know
later.
anything about Parker.
It's okay.
Parker's
I'm
not
just
allowed.
sitting here.
Parker 5's the only Parker you've ever... No, well, besides your friend Parker.
Yeah, besides your friend Parker and your coworker Parker. And Peter Parker. This one comes to us from Oxygen 8. How do you decide on the personalities and characters of the design of the Blaseball entities? And who is your favorite to design?
You said the question. I already forgot it immediately.
How do you decide on the personalities and character design of the Blaseball entities? Who is your favorite to design?
One that we. I don't know.
I feel like the only one that actually had a design process was Numerifet. It took us a
Bocrates.
while. It took us a while to. Oh.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah.
For both of those, it took them a
Yeah,
while. For them to
Namirfet
appear
had
them
I think was a
for
way
us.
longer process to decide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
We wanted it to be big when Namirfet showed up for the first time.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah, all of the tech stuff that you did was very fun. Trying to go through what Namirfet's textual voice sounds like.
Oh yeah.
And looks like and
Did the other entities y'all just like shit posted a list and were like, yes, this is it. This is the path forward.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
No.
Okay. Tell me more. Speak on that.
Well, okay, so like the real answer is that the amount of thought and effort that went into each of those beings manifesting in the way they are is like hilarious. It's absurd how much time we spent talking about our dumb bullshit and trying to figure out not only like how does this character fit into the story that we're telling, but also how does this character fit in cosmologically to the universe, and also how would this character interact with the fans, and what is their motivation, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But and then it just manifests as like a bunch of silly boxes saying nonsense.
Right.
So I don't,
Walker cheese
when the
is
result is
horrifying.
Walker cheese. I forgot about the process of making Walker cheese. Like that, just time period is a blur for me. But
Yeah.
like, that,
I was just thinking about how they all look and being like, which ones do I remember there being?
there was a
He's a
2D.
funny squid. I think that's cool.
Binky good.
The discipline era was just a wild west in this. It was just like, I mean, it's a peanut, right? And it spins. Like that was the amount of thought that went into it.
at one point, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Joel, but at one point I remember we went back to look at every message that the peanut had ever said, just to see like what is the voice and what is the tone, and we looked at the list with Steven, and the first thing Steven said was like, wow, the peanut was just some guy, huh?
Yeah.
It took us a while to find the voice. I don't know. I always, like my favorite writing ever was when the peanut said wow, wow, wow,
Wow.
Yeah.
That was like really some top-notch writing. Really earned us some nominations.
It did.
Hugo
That-
nominated writing.
Yeah,
listen,
that single
can't argue with that.
moment is what got us that Hugo nomination.
Can't argue with that. Genuinely.
Monitor was pretty quick too, though. It was just like, I think the second iteration it was like, I don't know, is it this? No, it's a squid, and then
Again, though, there is so much that I'm not gonna say here that went into figuring out who that character was, because it was like we were also defining what the Hall of Flame was and what it meant in terms of the construction of the universe. And so, like,
That's true.
yes, you're right, but the road
yeah.
to that
The road
was-
to
let me
Binky.
clarify. I'm just thinking about the visuals. So yeah, like for any of these beings, we have way too long conversation about like, who is this character? You know, what do they want?
What's my motivation?
You're like filling out little
Motivation.
character like fourth grade character
It's a
sheets.
Dungeons
like a
and
bullet
Dragons
report,
sheet.
You know?
We haven't done that. We should, though. That'd
You
be
should
fun.
do that.
Yeah.
It's very fun. It's soothing.
It's actually very funny to put in perspective when we have like that long of a conversation, and it's like, well, what does it look like? Well, it's like it's a squid.
Like a squid? I don't know. Whatever.
But it's big.
It's a big squid. And he floats and he's hungry.
I think honestly, we've only gone up into like, each one's gotten better.
I think
Yeah.
we peaked at the peanut. It's all been downhill from there.
No, we peaked at Binky with
How dare you.
sunglasses first of all.
That's fair. That's fair.
Better than the Binky evolution of squid to chef hat to sunglasses. I'm very proud of Monitor's journey.
Yeah.
The monitor's journey. I'm picturing the hero's journey chart, but it's about the monitor learning about class solidarity.
It's just a squiggle because it's like a squid tentacle.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Well, speaking of beings, this one comes to us from Key Drawer. Were you expecting the new shelled one to receive as much love as they did? And what inspired you to bring them back?
Baby.
The baby peanut.
Yeah, if
The
you
baby nut.
antagonize people for a really long time and then you bring back a baby version of the thing that they hate, it goes over great.
I love baby peanut.
Baby peanut. Good. I think when you take away the like very terrifying all caps voice, it's like, oh, it's cute. He's trying to be mean. You know, like it's like charming as opposed to like bullying.
It's like a puppy trying to bite you.
Yeah,
You're
or like a
"Aw."
6-year-old like
Trying to
calling you
play.
cringe.
What was that, Mel?
It worked for planters.
It did.
No, you can't bring that up because that's the first thing I brought up, and everyone said no.
No.
The dark lore is killing
didn't
off
know
Mr.
that.
Peanut.
I don't see the connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Everyone was like, "No, I don't get it."
Right.
Yeah, those are not related. One
What
of
was
those
the
is-
actual question here? Was like, what do we?
Were we
did we expect
expecting
everyone to
were
love
we
it?
expecting the
People to
shelled
love it?
one to be received as warmly, and why did we bring the peanut back for that?
Genuinely, until this question, I didn't know that people received the new peanut warmly. Like,
I need to do a better job at communicating the Blaseball Discord's whims to you. People
I mean, I
people
guess-
love a
I'm
baby
glad.
peanut.
Yeah.
That's good.
good.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Nothing
Good.
bad will come of the baby.
Yeah, no consequences will come from adoration and love of one of the beings. They all have no ill intentions and are not morally complicated in any capacity. And it'll be great.
I will say I did get messages from the baby Peanut, and he's not happy about all those people quitting the
The
tutorial. Even though he asked very nicely for you to not.
Yeah. Y'all had one job to do, and it was to learn discipline. And
He said, "Please don't."
Please
if you
don't.
love the baby peanut, you would finish the tutorial.
Yeah.
There was a there was a moment when we were testing something and the tutorial just kept re-kicking on for me. Like it was when we were testing cheering. I would be like, haha, paperclip, football, this is great. And then the baby peanut would show up, kick me out of the thing, and be like, you have to learn discipline. And I have to go through the tutorial and then go back.
Yeah,
and be
that
like,
wasn't a bug. That was it speaking to you for
me
itself.
directly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? Fair shake.
Genuinely, though, like, the thought of putting the peanut in there was just like, it was just the character who's going to teach us discipline, right? It just fit. It's perfect.
It's
We
perfect.
didn't. Who
Just a
cares
little
what
snack.
anyone thinks? It's this little snack. It's gonna teach you discipline.
It's just a little guy.
Yeah.
We'd been talking about a personality through which the tutorial would be delivered, like a Clippy or something. And
There's a reason the paperclip is in cheering and the peanut
Yeah.
isn't.
Is
Yeah.
that why it's a paperclip?
No.
oh, Galaxy Brain Blaseball design.
I mean, yes, definitely.
Yes,
No, it's because paperclips are universal.
I have just noticed that you're wearing a necklace made of paper clips. Was that intentional?
Yeah, I made it while you were doing your speech at the beginning, and then I put it on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
It's really crafty, Gabe. I'm proud of you.
Gabe, you're doing great work, and I'm really glad that you're here.
This is the thing with next question.
Okay, I have to scroll down. Okay, this one comes to us from Koromans. You have to add any one Blaseball player to any one fighting game.
Yo!
How good are they at fighting?
Yo!
Which player and game do you pick and why?
First of all, we pick Mortal Kombat. I feel like it's the most thematically relevant.
Can I put Malik Destiny in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
I just
not?
think it's cool.
What's their fatality?
Like meows or something. I don't know.
Got
Are you a
him.
cat?
Yeah, that's his whole thing.
Oh, I need to catch up on lore. Hold on.
3 hours later.
Max,
30
please
hours
ban
later.
He's
yourself.
got like talons, and he's just like Mortal Destiny's like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's really graphic, right? So like you
Yeah.
take the claws and like rip the heart out or something.
Yeah.
Like you did, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Dude. Hell yeah, you do.
Mortal Destiny is my new favorite Blaseball player, though.
Hmm. I'm
The-
picturing. I know there's been a lot of haunted players, but the OG Esme Ramsey, I feel like I'm just picturing a moveset with like a Hall of Flame player like coming out of them and punching and then returning back, and
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty
Ghost
sick.
clones.
Yeah.
Like
Ghost-
It's like
yeah.
Danny Phantom.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember which Mortal Kombat fighter does that.
The
I know
clone-
like a lot about Mortal Kombat lore.
I've never played Mortal Kombat.
It rules.
I'm a fake
Is it
gamer
Ermac?
girl.
Sure.
I would,
I don't
uh,
remember. I don't really care about that one. I don't.
Two.
Oh yeah, I guess Shang Tsung is the ghost guy because
I
he
would
possesses or he absorbs people's souls or something.
Cool.
I would put Tillman Henderson
Yeah. In what?
in Guilty Gear.
Great.
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
The only
Wait, I wanna
fighting.
change my mind. I
Okay,
wanna
go
put
ahead.
Destiny Skullgirls.
Yeah, we're not. No Skullgirls. Next gen, absolutely not.
The only fighting games I played when I was younger were the PlayStation 2 Inuyasha like battle royale fighting game,
Yeah.
and also the PlayStation 2 Naruto fighting game.
Mm.
So I liked the Naruto one better,
Yeah.
and I think that who would I put in? I'm gonna pick Scratch Deluge from the Worms because I love that little dude, non-gendered dude. Love that little
What are their?
marsupial. Looking real cute.
It's like a charm. They just
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
It's like, and they're like, oh my god, and it's a little baby fist like punches them, using the tail as like a bat. It's all good stuff to me.
I love it. My other answer that I think would be really good is putting Jalen Hot Dog Fingers in the Third Strike. Would also be really good.
I would
Who-
put Jalen Hot Dog Fingers in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Who would we put in Smash?
Parker.
Parker. Yeah, great. Glad we're all on the same wavelength for that.
Alright.
Joel.
Perfect answer.
Great.
Yeah.
Parker for Smash.
Yeah, Parker.
I
versus
feel
Smash.
like Oliver Not a Robot could also be a good fighting candidate.
Put pitching machine in Smash.
Honestly, put pitching machine in all of them. That's
Yeah.
the real answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it. All right. This one is from Jello Rain. What would the Blaseball soundtrack be like?
It would be just empty noise, empty silence,
Yeah.
because there's no sound in Blaseball,
There's
guys.
no music. Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
if you go, you can listen to the background radiation of the universe.
Right? Yeah.
That's what it's that. That's what it is.
Also, Montero. By
Lo-
no, I don't know. I just came up with a random song.
Lo-fi Blaseball beats to relax and get incinerated too.
Yeah,
The garages
and
have a
it's just
lo-fi
the Doom
album.
soundtrack.
Just saying.
Someone make a YouTube like one of those hour-long YouTube videos, but it's like Parker sitting there studying or something.
Yeah.
And it's just there's no sound for the whole hour.
Yeah.
It's just every now and again you hear a quiet voice go, "What?"
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
Tweeting.
No,
Yeah.
every now and again, what you hear is a Discord notification sound go off.
No,
That's it.
Okay.
that is
And
not
it's
beats to
only
relax
confuse
to.
people.
Cursed.
Yeah.
Blaseball lo-fi mix would actually be extremely
Cursed artifact.
cursed.
But I will say, the best Garage song is Pathetic Spineless, specifically from the Garages album. And I just want to say, Garages Volume 2 win. That's it. That's me. That's what I'm using the platform for now.
Hell yeah. I feel like if we were like, oh yes, the soundtrack to Blaseball is the Garage's music, it's a cop out.
I just
It is
I
kind of a
just want to
cop-out.
shout out my favorite, also Volume 2's Garages.
Scarages. I'm hearing in chat. Yeah, I was gonna make another joke, but I think we've made a lot of music jokes. So I'll ask the next question. This one comes to us from Goldbirch. Are the Blood Mix playlists posted by Parker? Wow. Are the Blood Mix playlists posted by Parker? Say that 5 times fast. Reflective of the monitor's taste in music.
Bloodless playlist posted by Parker. Bloodless playlist posted by Parker. Bloodless playlist posted by Parker. Bloodless playlist posted by Parker.
Go,
Nailed
Parker.
it!
Yeah, you did it.
No.
If not, what kind of music does the monitor like listening to? I think we've covered that the answer is none because there's no music in Blaseball.
Whale sounds.
Yeah, I was soothing whale sounds.
It's one of those like meditative music CDs that's just like ocean sounds and like soft piano in the background playing. Like elevator music plays in the Hall of Flame.
Enya.
That's a good pull.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's fun.
Yeah.
What music then would like the peanut listen to? Because I have an answer, but what do you think?
My gut says pop punk.
My gut says like Skrillex. You know?
Oh,
like,
no, that's better. That's
Yeah.
better. No, you're
it's
right.
like loud noise.
Yeah.
100 gex.
I was gonna say ska, so basically the same thing.
Yeah, basically the same thing. Just anything that has a lot of noise.
A lot of noise.
But also, yeah, heavy metal. The peanut would headbang. The
Yeah.
monitor, yeah. And yes,
In a
like
way,
the
the
perfect
peanut
answer.
spinning is headbanging.
The peanut in a mosh pit is very funny to me.
Yeah, the peanut's just been headbanging this whole time. But there's zero gravity, so it's just.
It's just
can't.
It's hard to headbang in space, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Blaseball was a mistake. Okay. I'm gonna flip these questions around because I was about to ask like a very thoughtful, genuine question, and I think we should ask this one first, and then we can like bring it down, be like thoughtful and introspective. So the username is the names and donuts, and they ask, where did the anchor go? Will he be coming back?
Great question. Next question.
Great question. Next question. Okay, now we can get introspective. What is it about Blaseball that's most important or special to you? This one comes to us from Silverclaw.
We got nominated for a Hugo. And a Nebula.
That is pretty cool. For
So
me,
I can brag to all my friends.
That's true, I did. As soon as the community team was nominated for an award, I was like, we are community
Oh my god.
award nominated team for Blaseball. And then Among Us beat us, which, you know, congratulations, Victoria. I think for me, what's really special and something that I really like love about Blaseball is just that like very real sense of like connection. Like something that I really always cherish is the feeling of being a part of something bigger than myself. And I get that feeling with Blaseball of like we are all collectively experiencing this moment together, and like not to be emo about it, but in a time where a lot of us are experiencing a lot of things by ourselves, being able to come into a space and like know that everybody is sort of like having the same feelings that I'm having in the same space, and like to be really excited is really great. I think it's really special that Blaseball allows us those moments that we can all share together. Follow that, nerds.
Yeah, well, I mean, the very first thing that, you know, when Sam said when he was pitching this idea, and, you know, the idea that eventually became Blaseball was just a game to bring people together. So, you know, when we were pitching that, we were thinking about a game you just play with, you know, your friends, you know, just here and there to pass the time in the weird time we were in. But like, really didn't expect it to be, you're gonna make a lot of friends too in this process. You're gonna like build whole communities, and those communities are gonna be around for years and doing wild shenanigans and all sorts of creative things. So, like, it'll always be the communities that we've built here, and like the Blaseball's the friends we've made along the way. No, okay.
No,
Sure.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
sure.
so true, bestie, and I felt like it might ruin the moment. Um, but Blaseball is the friends we made along the way. Some of my best friends in like the world today, I made on the keeper team. Granted, those friendships were maybe forged in fire of the discipline era, but they are still valid and strong.
I think that for me, in a lot of ways, Blaseball uh, actually delivers on the hope and promise that you make to yourself when you embark on this sort of like creative commercial endeavor, which is I am going to make something for some theoretical person that I've never met before, and it is going to make them happy. It's going to bring them joy. It's going to give them a resonant emotional experience. And it's really hard to do. And Blaseball has done it in a very sort of obvious way, I think. In large part, that's thanks to, I mean, literally all of you hanging out with us on nights like these, and all of the like outpouring of support that you give us, and creativity that you have. And I don't know, there's something that's so cool about Blaseball being this sort of like jumping off point for just existing in part of the community is like playing Blaseball. And it's the sort of like, I mean, you know, the joke that became a meme that became sort of truth is like, you know, you're now participating. That's all it takes. And I don't know, I think that's so cool, especially in a world where like a lot of games are becoming you know, these sort of like things that you can do for 100,000 hours and never talk to another person, right? These sort of experiences that you can have essentially forever if you want to, without ever really forming a human connection. And to me, I think it's like incredibly cool and incredibly awesome that watching a text feed on a screen together of Strike 02 can be something that is like incredibly meaningful.
That was very sweet, Gabe. I don't know if my screen didn't light up. I don't know if that picked up, but I said that was very sweet.
Yeah,
I like that. That was good.
I hope
Warm my heart.
you had the time of your life.
Our
I'm
next,
tempted to just break into song.
yeah, there was a moment, and I thought about it, and I was
Yeah.
like, this
Yeah.
is not what anybody signed up for. Would be me singing that.
Imagine if we had just both started singing it at the perfect same time.
You pull your guitar out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The moment's passed, though.
yeah.
So
No, next time.
next time.
We'll get them next time. Okay. Do y'all want a? Okay, I'm trying to figure out what order to ask these last two questions in. What are two emojis that might describe the next era? And this comes to us from Jinx Tinks, which is also a great username.
There's one paperclip and the two paperclip.
I
Wow.
was thinking the reverse, like
Ooh.
2 paperclip, 1 paperclip.
Profound.
That's after one paperclip, two paperclip.
Right. So is it 1, 2, 2, 1?
I think it's 1, 2. What's like orb or
Yeah.
like just black circle.
Black
2,
circle.
1. Yeah, black circle 2, 1.
Really, circle, not square? Black square?
I think we're gonna need to schedule a 4-hour meeting on this.
Yeah.
Back
Black
to the drawing
circle,
board.
diamond, paperclip.
They're like, yeah, so like I'm trying to answer this question like that's an answer, but I'm trying to answer this question in a good way.
Yeah.
Are we ready to, like, I don't know. I'm scared that you're actually trying to answer this.
Hang on, let me pull up my emojis real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, we gotta
there's
look.
all
Is
sing,
there a
one's
tumbleweed
all-
emoji?
I need the
Yeah.
Emojipedia.
Okay, everybody go
What
to.
was the question? I was talking to the Discord about the garage's music.
What two emojis might describe the next era?
Okay.
I think it would be probably like
I feel like I'm not
palm.
qualified to answer this appropriately. I don't want to
Uh,
say something I shouldn't.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
it's face
pick
palm,
two. Oh.
exclamation point.
Sandwich. Man in business suit levitating.
Great.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's pretty
Pretty
good. I actually
good.
was. I
That's
was
pretty
thinking about
good.
the levitating. Yeah. That. Yeah.
I'm
Ship it.
yeah.
Or what do you?
I was gonna say black circle crown.
Excuse me, that's an actual. Y'all, I thought that was a joke in the Slack. That's a real emo.
What?
Man in business suit levitating.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
a real. That's a real
I
emoji.
thought that was like a joke emote that someone like just
No, that's
added.
what it's
That's a
called.
real-
It's a
yeah.
real.
That was
you
actually-
haven't used man in business suit for levitating before?
That was actually one of. There was a team designed with that emoji very early on. It was almost one of like the core teams of Blaseball. So, little trivia.
It's
for you
such a
there.
good emoji. It's so versatile.
It's really good.
Sometimes you just feel like man in business suit levitating. You know,
It really captures an emotion.
Expensive cowboy.
it's profound.
Yeah. Yeah, man in business suit levitating captures a similar energy to like pensive cowboy in my mind.
Mm.
You know, it captures the energy of.
If you say a man in a business suit levitating,
No, I was gonna say that
leaving.
photo of Robert Pattinson in a tracksuit where he's like standing there, like
That's a very good photo of Robert Pattinson.
yeah.
I mean, it's not, but like it is in my heart.
is.
You know.
I know.
Scorpion.
Has someone someone's definitely made the meme of the kid running
Croissant.
down the school hallway, but the person floating behind them chasing them is that Robert Pattinson from that photo. Sorry, it's not good audio to describe memes, but that's what I thought about. I'll find it
No, I
later.
know what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very simple explanation.
Thank you. I did my best.
That's what I would put into Google when I'm trying to find that image.
Robert Pattinson floating, chasing school guy meme. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right. Our last question comes to us from Brazenhorn. If Blaseball was turned into a movie or series, who would be your dream casting? As a follow-up, who would Chris Pratt inevitably play?
Chris Pratt is every character, and
good.
it's like a really weird meta.
It's like a one-man show on like
Well, yeah, it's a
Broadway.
one-man show, but it's an in-joke. He doesn't understand. He wouldn't know when we hire him that it's a joke about how he's every cartoon character now.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's
So
meta.
it's a meta joke.
Yeah.
But because by virtue of the fact that we hired him anyways, it actually becomes unmeta again and just
Yeah.
becomes a
Well,
serious.
Can we do
take
this
where
without
he's
paying him
speak-
money?
Speak for yourself, because for me, Chris Pratt will always be Mario. He's just born for
Not
the role,
Garfield.
and
He's not Garfield for you too.
Mario.
Mario.
But he
yeah.
will play Mario in the Blaseball movie. It's just Mario just makes an appearance.
Yeah, Mario
All
shows
the-
up. He's like in the background as a cameo in like a cafeteria scene or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he has Chris Pratt voices him even though he has no voice lines.
He's actually the only character who has voice lines,
Oh,
because
right.
in my movie, all of the characters are unknowable screams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
the movie kills you when you watch it.
Oh, that's good. Actually,
So you have you have a whole Blaseball season, and then you die.
It's like a bunch of chaos and just static and but you like kind of in a setting, and then all of a sudden there's Mario and he says like it's a me or something, and then
It's
like
like,
just more static for another hour.
It's like that
That's-
creepypasta where you're watching a static. The kids are watching static on the TV, and they're
And
like,
they
they
think it's
think
that
it's a
kid's
television
show?
show, but
Yeah.
then their mom's like, "You're just watching static," but then you're like, "No, it's Blaseball's on TV."
That's how I feel
And also
describing
Mario's
baseball to
there.
my
That's why it's
friends.
a creepypasta.
Well, my thought was that Crispy could play the umpire, and if Crispy is playing Mario, who's the umpire, fireballs.
Crispy.
There you go.
That's
You
the
can't say
take on
crispy. There's
incineration.
several of those.
Crispy. That's his
No,
name.
I'm saying like crispy,
like
like the
frying.
doneness of
crispy.
chicken, because incinerate is
Right.
he's crispy.
Sorry,
Crispy.
I misheard you. I thought you were saying.
Chris Pine could be in it too, though. I won't complain.
No, he's
Fact.
too good for our movie.
That's
Crispy. Absolutely.
maybe
Crispy.
true, but
Just the phrase Pratt Mason came into my head just now, and I
Yeah.
had to put it out there. So.
Stuff.
now you
Pratt
burden
plays a
us
rat.
with it.
I think that the whole cast should be rats.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It could be like that rat. What's that animated movie with the rats? in
Encanto.
London? No, they're in London recreating all of the events.
Ratatouille?
That's
No.
Paris.
Oh, is it Great Mouse? Great Mouse?
The Great Mouse Detective,
Great
yeah,
Mouse,
with Basil.
That's nice, not rats. Never mind.
I had such a crush
was
on
wrong.
Oh, is it
Basil.
Flushed Away?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Flushed Away.
No, it's not flushed away. It was the Great Mouse Detective.
Okay, Great Mouse
That was the
Detective.
correct answer.
Gabe, you
There's
Sorry,
rats in that
Gabe,
movie.
by
To
the
be
way.
fair. There are rats.
Okay, that's
Someone, like Disney's making all these live action, like real, like CGI animals versions of movies. Give me one of these. Give me one of those for one of these rat movies.
For
Yeah,
Flushed
I just want to
Away.
see just a bunch of
Realistic
like,
Flushed
real
Away.
rats.
Yeah.
Can we go back to
Yeah.
making movies about rats? I think that was a really
Yeah, I
good-
think all movies should be
Please.
about rats.
Yeah.
On board.
Or, sorry, I was just gonna
No,
keep
say
taking it down that rabbit hole. I was
No,
thinking
that-
like ants or A Bug's Life, but like with like real.
Realistic ants.
I was thinking about cats, but they're rats instead.
Actually, that brings up a great point. So if it's all rats, is this an animated movie or are we training rats? to
No, we're
play
training
rats?
rats.
Training rats.
We're
Okay.
training rats.
Yeah.
Training rats to play.
It is the
Blade.
world's most complicated movie to shoot.
Yeah.
That sounds like baseball to me.
Rats? You can train rats. They're pretty good at
Train
being
a rat to
trained.
hold a baseball bat.
But we need like hundreds of them, you know?
No, you
That's
build a
true.
little, you build a maze, right?
Mhm.
And but like everywhere where they're not supposed to go in the maze is green screen. And then like they're walking down like a school hallway, and that's like.
And Robert Pattinson is floating behind them ominously.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, this is a great idea.
I don't know what
I
school
know-
highways are in the Blaseball movie also, but whatever they are.
It's a musical.
It's a musical.
Can
This
you,
is like Little League Baseball.
can you imagine if Danny DeVito voiced the peanut?
Yeah, I can't.
That's who does voice the peanut in my head.
Yeah, or like Gilbert
just-
Gottfried.
Yeah, Gilbert Gottfried.
I just heard him say "wow," like "wow."
Wow.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson is the peanut. Wow. I do
Oh.
think that
No.
Michael Cera should be Parker.
Michael Cera has the exact cadence of Parker in my head.
Isn't Michael Cera like 35?
Yeah. He's like an adult man, yeah.
They cast 30-year-olds as teenagers all the
they
time.
do that all the time.
No, I'm
Yeah,
here
but
for-
he was like 30 when he played teenagers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
It's just like
It's
it's just the voice. Like
That's
it
just
doesn't
how it
have to
works.
be. It's the voice thing. Like he
Yeah.
just sounds like the way Parker sounds.
I mean, I think the look's fine too. I think that would work.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like
The entire thing is animated, but it's just Michael Cera standing in the corner, like on his phone on Twitter.
Wait, maybe it's like a Space Jam.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah,
Go
speak
on.
on that. It's a
Where
crossover
everything's
event of the
animated
century.
Except for Michael Cera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the rats are real. The rest
Yeah.
is now when we're getting into like gumball territory where it's like mixed media.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I think that
That's-
would work well for Blaseball.
I think- We
it
should
actually
do.
really would. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be
Yeah.
stop motion, but like paper doll stop motion.
Mm,
Some of it is stop motion and some of it is animated.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
And Michael Cera
Some
is
of it's
there.
video
Like,
of a
some of it's
real
2D.
live rat. Brethren.
Yeah.
We use the Lord of the Rings method to make the rat look normal, like human sized,
Yeah.
or Michael
No.
Cera look small. Either one.
Okay.
You mentioned okay. You mentioned Lord of the Rings, and I pictured like a battlefield full.
No, I'm talking about how they make
Rats.
the hobbits look short
Rats.
using
It's,
forced
okay,
perspective.
yeah,
Just 800 rats playing baseball as Michael
you didn't-
Cera watches them and tweets.
You didn't read the pitch I sent you today, Joel. It's called The Outfield.
Oh yeah. Let me pull that up.
We've been talking about rats, and now the Bruno song is stuck in my head, but just the line about rats.
How does it go?
It's the 7-foot frame rat so long his
right.
back when he calls
I can
your
only
name.
think of the Apple Bottom Jeans remix
Yeah,
of that one.
when she
which is
hit
extremely
the
good.
floor, the next thing
I've heard
you know.
So many remixes of that song on TikTok that I don't remember what the real song sounds like.
Yeah, it all blurs together. Everything is gravy in my mind. Well, that was the last question.
Was it?
Yeah, I mean, I have like alternates if you would like me to pull one. You want me to end on a different note?
Look at how sad Joel is. I
All
think he needs one more.
Okay, all right.
Give me a question.
Break you off a question. This one is just asking for recommendations, but that's like fun. Well, does anybody have any board or card game recommendations? And this one comes to us from Keeper Truck.
I just played one last night, which is the SCP Uncontained on Tabletop Simulator, and you have to like collect anomalies and civilians and sacrifice civilians to contain anomalies. It's super fun once you figure out what is going on, and it takes a really long time to play, and I recommend it. If you like Blaseball, you'll probably like SCP, so check it out.
Alana, Would you like to tell us more?
Gathering.
Oh.
Did you say Magic the Gathering?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are my 3 Magic the Gathering Commander decks. If anyone wants to play Commander with me. I've spent too much money on this. Someone please help.
So someone in chat has mentioned that if we want a question to ask, we can answer a question about the pillars. A bunch of people have submitted questions about the pillars, and I think that they are great questions. That
Really good questions.
yeah. Stay tuned.
Here are my 3 commanders. You can look at them. I don't remember all their names because I haven't never played this one. Ishkana Graph Widow. I don't remember this one. It's a big spider. It's a spider one. And
That's
then,
cool.
Drana. You can barely read these. It's a little bit better. This is the vampires one.
Oh.
And Graveyard. I love Graveyard. These are all black. And then my favorite, Judith. It's not good, but I like Judith, so I don't care.
I was gonna ask what color your deck is, because that's all
But
I know
play
about
all
Magic.
3 of these are black, and then one's black red,
Okay.
Rakdos, because I love Rakdos, and then one's black green. The spiders are black green, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah. Obviously.
You know.
Obviously. Yeah.
I go ahead, Joel.
I was gonna open the can of worms and ask if I should start playing Magic, but
You should play Magic with me, because I'm not very good at it, so you'll feel better about yourself when you play against real people who know how to play, and then you'll be like, oh, never mind, let's go play.
Is it time for the game van to get into Magic the Gathering?
I have been trying to get everyone to Magic Gathering for so long.
My
No.
ex-boyfriend really tried to get me into Magic the Gathering.
Magic Gathering is fun if you play with people who want to have fun.
That's facts.
The only
I-
trading card game I've played is the Digimon one, which came out earlier last year.
Yeah.
And
Digital
it's
Monsters.
so fun. Digital Monsters, yeah.
Digimon are the
lost
champions.
a tournament
a
at it.
Digimon like trading card game came out earlier, like last year.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
What's the timing? Like, was there a
It's
reason?
the third one that they've launched. No, it's just, I mean, why
Okay.
not?
I was gonna say I thought it existed already.
There was a previous one. This
Oh.
was a new one. The previous one is much older, I think. Someone says it was the
Sick.
20th anniversary.
That makes sense. Makes
Okay.
sense.
I'm
The-
very
the
bad.
only trading card game I've gotten into Netrunner, and that was like the only one I've played. It was
Yeah.
fun,
That
and
makes
then they
You
canceled
would
it.
like Netrunner.
I totally know what that is and agree with Gabe's assessment.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I'm just like a hacker, you know. So
He's a
yeah,
cool
I take down
guy.
the corporations. And,
Cool guy.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry. There's a
Cool guy,
magic.
Joe.
There's a magic set for you. You know, there's a magic set for everyone.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Uh,
Real quick, dear the game band, please say south of saying thank you. I can't do that. I'm sorry.
I am very bad at card games. I really like euchre. I don't know if that's. I know that it's regional, but going to college in Ohio meant that I've learned euchre at least 5 separate times. Forgotten every time. Love it when I play. Ask me the rules. I know that there's a kitty. That's all I got. But I know that it's fun. And I played a lot of Pokemon. But, like, by playing, I mean, I collected the cards and looked at them and was like, this is my favorite Pokemon. And then I created a 5-tiered organizational system for my cards and found them recently. Got some expensive ones in there, apparently.
Oh, go ahead.
You please.
Well, I was just gonna
Please.
say, I feel like this very underrated genre of card game, which is the trick making card games. So like bridge and bridge variants.
Euchre.
And I would highly recommend that if you haven't played one, to play one, because they're a lot more fun than you think, and have a lot more strategy.
I used to play Bunko with my mom.
Bunko.
I don't really
That's-
remember how to describe that game.
Bunko.
The thing about that genre of card games is there's like a million of them, and they all go by a different, just like random slang word. Like it's like, oh, have you played like
Grombo?
Oops.
Yeah.
yeah, like. And,
All I
like,
know
it's-
is that all the like neighborhood moms that my mom was friends with would play it, and they would she would buy candy ahead of time, and then like those big family packs of candy, and then she'd pour them into little bowls and put them on the table as like snack food. But I was a child, so I always looked forward to those nights so that I could take those cups of candy and walk away with them and eat them.
My other answer to this, which is like probably the game that I've like played the most actually in the last 2 years, is Mahjong. Mahjong is fantastic, and
I've been trying to learn Mahjong.
The version that's in Nintendo Clubhouse games is very good if you don't know how to play Mahjong. So if you own that already, I would recommend trying out the Mahjong. It's kind of hard to get a game online because not that many people play, but you can play with the bots, and like it's basically the same experience as playing with other people.
Yeah, trying to learn Mahjong in like in Yakuza is really hard.
Oh, it's really hard. Yeah.
The bots are really mean, and I don't feel like it explains the game very well.
No, in Yakuza you really have to know how to play
Yeah.
Mahjong first to play that version. But if you want to play Mahjong in Yakuza, play Nintendo Clubhouse games on Switch first, and you'll learn
You'll
how
be
to
an
play.
expert.
Also, here I want to show everyone my claim to fame. This very decently expensive Japanese Lilith card I have
Ooh.
that I got in a booster pack. It's like $100. Not to brag.
Is it like Lilith, like the mother of monsters, Lilith?
Or sorry, Lilith. I don't know why I said Lilith. Liliana.
Oh, okay.
She's a planeswalker. You know, if you know anything about Magic. I mean,
That's
if you
cool.
know anything about Magic Gathering, you know Liliana. So
Mel also seems like a planeswalker, slowly
I know.
disappearing into the background.
honestly, that's pretty much what they are.
Talking about.
Yeah, I think it's the worst
I'm
part for
fine.
Liliana.
Your
I don't
level of
remember. I
transparency
have to write
dictates
the
your
text
investment.
out on a post-it note because I can't read it because it's in Japanese. Yeah, it's worth a spark.
Someone in chat is very jealous of your card.
It's real. It's I love it. It's my
That's
baby.
beautiful.
Before this question ends, I just want to plug puzzles one more time. Just love
That is
puzzles.
not a
Everybody,
game,
Yeah.
Joel.
look, just do puzzles, okay?
Just do puzzles,
if you like
man.
tables,
This,
if you
like-
like things on tables, and you like building things on tables, and you like images that come together, puzzles are for you. Get them. Come on.
I mean, this question was very specific to like board games and card games, but I have like 1,000 like tabletop games over here, which technically aren't either of those, but I'll plug a couple because I got some. There's Blood Heist.
Hell yeah.
It's about vampires heisting,
It's like all we do.
and it's really I think the setting is really cool, and I
We
love
should
it.
we should play that though.
It's in a world. It's like an alternate history where.
In a world.
So if you've ever read Dracula, no one tells you this unless you've read Dracula, but Dracula's final plan in Dracula is to take over the world. Like that's his thing. He's gonna like take over the world and make it a vampire empire. And it's an alternate history where that happened. Obviously,
Vampire
and where
Empire?
Dracula was
Yeah.
real.
where Dracula's real and like he wins in the end, and so there's like it's a vampire's world.
But
It's
hold
really
on.
cool.
Quick question.
I saw the
if
light
you-
drain from Alena's eyes.
What?
With spoiler alert, what happens at the end of Dracula?
The cowboy kills him and dies.
Okay. So,
Dracula dies or the cowboy dies?
Both die.
Yeah.
F.
F. The cowboy's the only main character who dies.
Can I get an F in the chat for the?
Can we get an F in the
His name is
chat for the
Quincy
Dracula
Morris.
cowboy?
Please put respect to his name. His name is Quincy. Quincy Morris.
get an
He's
F
a
in the
cowboy,
chat for
and he
my boy
does
Quincy?
shoot Dracula with a gun. Well, he's a bat. He tries to shoot at him with a pistol.
This
I
is,
think it's a
That
this
sounds
is
mean.
great.
That seems pretty mean.
Can we
It's
put this in
awesome.
Blaseball?
Dracula rules. It's a great book.
Bria, the
Yeah.
answer is of course.
Yes.
Do you have another tabletop game to plug, Elena?
Oh, I'm pulling them out slowly. I have
Okay.
Necronautilus, which is really cool.
Hell yeah. A Quiet Year is great.
By Adam Ross. It's backwards.
I have another board game to plug, which is The Captain is Dead, which is a cooperative board game where you have to cooperate with your teammates to keep aliens. I mean, if you've ever played FTL, the video game, it's like that, but a board game. I've never beaten it. I've never been able, but it's fun to try to. There's an easy baby modes, so you can beat the game, but I'm not a coward,
Yeah.
so I just fail instead. Yeah.
I will
Also,
not
just
I
the
will not
fact-
stand difficulty discourse on this Twitch stream.
I do have Wander Home, the nice Wander Home copy.
No, the
Ooh.
mode's literally called Coward, to be fair.
Oh.
Like, in my defense, that's actually the name of the mode.
Okay.
Easy mode is Coward, yeah.
Okay, heard. I'm gonna recommend this pretty underground board game. It's called Candyland.
Oh my god, wow.
It's pretty cool. You like travel to different biome. Oh, Joel just left. You travel to different biomes, and you like explore candy realms.
So like Minecraft?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I've been playing Icon, the tabletop game, by the person who does Kill 6 Billion Demons. Highly recommend. It's really cool.
Elena, I'm glad you're here. I don't play games.
I know a lot about tabletop games.
Excellent. Any other recommendations, comments, or concerns before we thank everybody and go sweetly into that good night?
No.
No? We're feeling good? Chow, are we feeling good?
Thank you for inviting me to my first Inside a Blaseball. It's pretty cozy in here, gotta say.
Yeah, thank you for phasing in and out visually, but remaining emotionally and like spiritually with us through this process.
Emphasis on spirit.
Yeah. Mel is haunted. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for coming to Inside of Blaseball and listening to us goof off. We're very grateful for your continued both patience and attention. I will plug something for Felix since they aren't here from Ump Cake. If you dear listener, are a fan of Blaseball and would like to make a short video about what Blaseball means to you or what the experience of Blaseball has been to you, we here at the Game Band are putting together, it's an internal video, so it won't be used for like marketing purposes or anything, to share potential partners or sponsors or investors, to sort of talk about what Blaseball's like as an experience and as a fan. So if you're interested in contributing to that, the deadline is February 11th, so you have 3 more days. I had to do math. And if you're on the Discord, the link to submit is up at the top. There will be an event. Mel is just disappearing. I'm going as quick as I can. There's an event at the top that talks about Blaseball testimonials, and there's a link in there, and you can submit it that way, and there's information in the Discord. So if that speaks to you, we would love to have it. If that doesn't speak to you, cool beans, live your truth. I love you anyway. And with that, dear Blaseball, we are off. Have a beautiful evening, and keep it sleazy. Don't keep it sleazy. Keep it easy. We love you. Bye!